Hi there you guys, I'm Teddy from BijuTeo Beading, and in today's tutorial I'm gonna be showing you how to make these Christmas tree beaded earrings. I'm showing them with double brick stitch. Don't worry if you're not familiar. I'm showing it step by step and I'm sure that you're gonna be able to make them. Plus I provide a free pattern that you can use to guide you through the process. If you're new here, consider subscribing with the bell. Thank to all of you that like, share and comment. This costs you nothing but helps me a lot. If you want to see additional content from me, you can become a member. I have 2 beading courses and digital patterns, especially for the members. You could check this in description and at the join button. Without further ado, let's start with the list of the materials. Okay guys, so what I'm using here for this video are 5 colors of 11/0 seed beads. I use green, yellow, red, white and brown. I'm also using here earring findings. This is nylon thread from Spark Beads, but feel free to use any brand that you like, or you could use Fireline if you want. This is size 11 beading needle. Use similar size of needle. This is a free pattern that I provide and that I will be using during the tutorial. And these are scissors. And now I'm going to take about an arm span of thread on my needle and I'll be back. Okay guys, and this is a free pattern that I created myself using Bead Tool 4. You could see more information down there and also a link to my website from where you can download free digital patterns. So I will show you how to follow this pattern with the so-called double brick stitch. When I show you the first few rows, you will be able to continue by yourself with this pattern. Don't worry, I'm showing it easy steps. It's pretty straightforward, so I'm sure you're gonna be able to do this. Okay, so let me check what we have here. We have 2 green beads and then a yellow and a green bead. And these are my first 4 beads. Okay, I'm gonna pick them up and I'll be back. Okay, and I have first 4 beads on my needle. I'm going to slide those down. I will leave a small tail here just to secure my thread later using it. And I will go through these green beads. Okay, now you see what I have. This is something like 2 columns of beads touching next to each other. What I want to do next is go like this through the second column. One more time through the first column and like this. Okay, we have the first 4 beads ready. Now I'm going to take my pattern again, and you see here I have red, yellow and 2 green beads. And I take in this sequence yellow and red because the red was next to the yellow and the yellow was next to the green. So when I go back like this, you see, now they are arranged in the way like the pattern shows. And then 2 more green beads like this, and like this. Okay, now what we have are our first 4 columns. Then I need white and green, 2 greens, yellow and green. Okay, I take green and white like this. Then, as I said, 2 green beads. And after that, green and yellow. And backwards through the green and yellow. Let me see what's coming up next. Now I need green, yellow, white, green and 2 greens. Take green and yellow. Then I take green and white. and 2 greens. Okay, let me check again with the pattern. I'm up to here, so I added green and yellow, white and green, and 2 greens. Now I need white and green, 2 greens, and 3 times yellow and green. So I take green and white, go backwards like this, and like this. Then 2 greens, green and yellow, yellow and green, and then again green and yellow. Okay, now I did this row, and what I want to do is to make the bottom brown part of my Christmas tree. Now I want to make additional reinforcement and create, as I said, the brown part. Okay, now I'm exiting out of the middle bead that I have in this row. Here I have 7 before this and 7 after this, and this is the middle one. And I need 6 brown beads, and I'm going here through the neighbor bead. Okay. Then I'm going backwards through all of those beads. Then I take 3 more seed beads and I go through the next. Then guys, what you can do is zigzag and reinforce this part here to make it stay nice and tight and in a better shape. Okay, my friends, and now my first row is ready. Now I'm going to start the popular brick stitch. Again, if you don't know it, don't worry. Okay, how I start the next row? I have 2 yellows, 2 reds, and 2 reds after that. I'm working with columns of 2. So as I mentioned, I will take 2 yellows and 2 reds, and now you see these thread bridges that I have here between my beads. I will go under the second one, between the yellow and the red. Okay, I'm going under this thread bridge. And then I want to go through these 2 red beads. Okay. Now I have this, but I'm not satisfied how this sit. So what I want to do is to reinforce it. Okay, I'll go through the yellows and I'll go again through the reds. Okay, and I have my first 4 beads or my first 2 columns here ready. And as I mentioned when I showed you the pattern, here I need 2 more red beads, and I go under the next thread bridge like this and like this. Okay, now I have this. Let me consult with my pattern again. So where I am, 2 yellows, 2 reds, 2 reds, so here I am, and then I need yellow, green, 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 yellow, 2 greens, 2 greens. Okay, yellow and green, I go under the first thread bridge here, the next thread bridge here. I go under it and then I go back through these 2 beads. So only the first step of each row consists of 4 beads and each next step consists of 2 beads. And then, as I said, yellow, green. Again. Then I said green, yellow. Then 2 greens. And 2 more greens. Okay, let me see where I am. 2 greens, and I need yellow, green, red, yellow. So yellow, green, next thread bridge. Yellow, green. Red, yellow. Okay, I'm here, red, yellow, and I need green, yellow, white, green, 2 greens, green and yellow. White and green. And 2 greens. Okay, and let me consult with my pattern for the 3rd row that I'm going to start now. So 2 greens, 2 greens, 2 reds, 2 reds and 2 greens. So I'm starting it with 4 greens. As I mentioned, I always take the first 2 columns together when I start a row with double brick stitch. Okay, now you see my thread bridges, and again I go through the second. Why I go through the second? Because I'm decreasing, which means in the next row I have less beads than in the previous one. That is why I go under the second thread bridge. And when I do this, I go back through these 2 green beads. That's what I have. Then what I want to do is a reinforcement. I'm just going one more time through those first 4 beads to make them stay nice and tight next to each other, because as I go through the second thread bridge they are stretching and need this additional thread pad to look nice. Then, as I said, after that I need a column with 2 red beads. Another one. And after that 2 green beads. Okay, let me consult again with my pattern. So what I did is red, 2 reds, 2 reds, green, and now I need green, yellow, yellow, green, and 2 green columns. Okay, green, yellow. Green, yellow. Yellow, green. Two green. And again 2 green beads. Okay, let me see what's coming up next. So, okay, I'm 2 greens, 2 greens. So I need green, yellow, yellow, red, and 2 greens. Green, yellow. Yellow, red. And 2 green beads. Okay, now this row is also ready. Then guess what? I'm picking up my pattern again. And I'm here 2 yellows, white, green, 2 greens. Okay, and I'm taking the first 4 that I mentioned at once. 2 yellows, 1 white and 1 green. And again I go under the second thread bridge. And in this work, guys, I will always go under the second thread bridge because it is decreasing. So don't think about this, just take 4 at each row and go under the second thread bridge. Okay, now I'm going again through the yellows and through these 2 in order to reinforce them and make them stay nice and tight. And as always, I will continue adding the beads 2 by 2 in each next thread bridge, under each next thread bridge. Okay. Now let me see what I have until the end of this row. So I added 2 yellows, white and green, and 2 green beads. And then I need yellow, green, red, yellow, 2 greens, green, white, 2 greens, 2 greens, green, red, 2 greens, green and white. And I'm gonna be adding them a little bit faster. Okay guys, and what I have now is my 4th row ready, and I will start my 5th row. I will start with these 4 beads: yellow, green, green, yellow. Okay, I have them. And again, I'm sure you know what to do next. You go under the 2nd thread bridge, and then you go back through this, and then you just reinforce the beads that you have. Again, green and yellow. Okay, my friends, and I have these first 3 columns ready, and what you gonna do from now on is continue working using this pattern. I already showed you how to do this, so I'm sure if you're up to here you will be able to continue this from here on by yourself. And when I reach this row with 3 columns, I'll be back to show you what's coming up next. So now pause and make the rest of the Christmas tree. Okay guys, and I hope you're up to here following the pattern, and I'm ready for my last row from my Christmas tree. I have 4 green beads. I'm starting a new row and I'm going under the 2nd thread bridge. Yes, I know here I have only 2 thread bridges, but it is the same principle. So I go like this. By the way, if you haven't done this up to here, just go back and do this so you could continue with me. Then I will do the same thing that I did before. I will reinforce these 4 beads to stay together nice and tight. Okay. And for my last step, what I need is adding my earring finding. And I have 3 red beads, my earring finding, and 3 red beads. And I'm going here through the next 2 beads. Okay. And I pull. And I want to reinforce this joint, guys. That is why I'm coming back one more time and I'm going through the 1st thread only. Through the 1st thread bead. Then I'll skip the one that's on my way and I'll go through the next 2 beads. Just like that. And when I skip this one, here you see I'm creating an angle. It pops out. Then what I want to do is to go also through the earring finding. Okay. And from this side, guys, I will do a similar thing. I will skip this middle bead. And I will go through the following and through these 2 greens after that. And when I pull, guys, you see what I have. These beads are sticking out from here and from here. And if you want, you could go reinforcing it even more. But now what I want to do is to just cut my thread. I want to go through some beads in this direction. And absolutely the same way as I showed you before, I will make a loop. I will go twice through it and I will pull. And I'm going like that. And I cut this tail thread. Now guys, I will put my needle on this end. I will zigzag through my beads, make a knot and also cut it. I'll do this off camera and I'll be back. Okay guys, so now my Christmas tree beaded earrings with double brick stitch are ready. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want more content from me, it's a good idea to subscribe with the bell if you still haven't. Also, you can support me as member where you can find additional courses and additional digital patterns that you could use to create beaded jewelry. Thank you so much for staying here with me until the end. Now click on the playlist that you see on your screens and continue watching.